Okay, so magandang araw. So ngayon sasagutan ko lang panandalian yung ating nakaraang quiz. Review na rin for the upcoming examinations. So we have 20 problems for this session. So let's start. For number 1, the question is, which of the following is true about the integral of f of x dx from a to b? So ang sagot dito is definitely, since meron tayong provided limits, okay, meron tayong integrand function of x, that is definitely a definite integral. Okay, next, which of the following rules of integrations to be used in this problem? Integral of 4x squared dx. So in this case, meron tayong variable x na naka-raise to 2, which is a power. So definitely power rule. And then meron siyang coefficient. So hindi po siya constant, coefficient siya. So this is a coefficient and a power rule. So what is the difference between indefinite integral and definite integral? So ang alam naman natin, pag indefinite integral, ang result niya is another function or a family of functions at meron siyang included na plus c. Pag naman definite integrals, meron tayong limits. Okay? So at ang nakukuha natin sa definite integral ay specific number such as area under the curve. Okay? So in this case, ang sabi dito, for letter A, an indefinite integral gives a family of function and includes a constant of integration, while a definite integral gives a numerical value over a specific interval. So, actually, this one is correct, but let's see the other ones. So, sabi sa letter B, an indefinite integral always has limits of integration. So, indefinite, dapat wala itong limit. So, walang limit po ang indefinite integral. So, baliktad. For letter C, a definite integral represents an antiderivative. So, when we say antiderivative, this is indefinite. Let me move this. This is indefinite. Okay? Antiderivative is indefinite integral. So, hindi na rin siya pwede. And indefinite integral, hindi siya nagbibigay ng number, which is area, volume, etc. So, hindi na rin siya yung ating tamang sagot. Now, sabi sa pang-apat, there is no difference daw. Meron difference, kagaya nga nung minention ko kanina, pagka indefinite integral, ang binibigay sa atin ay family of functions. Kapag definite integral, specific number like area, volume, moment of inertia, yung mga ibinibigay niya sa atin. Now, for number 4, sabi naman dito, which of the following rules in integration shows a constant rule? So, dito, hindi pwede yung constant rule kasi kung mapapita nyo, may variable tayo. So, hindi siya constant. So, kapag ganito, na 1 over x, natatandaan naman natin yan, ito yung nag-yield, it is one yields to a log function or natural logarithm. Okay? Logarithmic functions. So, hindi ito yung tamang sagot. Ito naman, another one, meron ding x. So, hindi rin, So, pwede itong pumasok sa power rule kasi ang exponent niya ay 1. Ito naman, nasa exponent yung x. So, this one is a form of exponential. This is a general exponential form. Okay? So, ang tamang sagot ay ito kasi 1 over square root of 4, that is a constant. So, this one is our answer. For number 5, sabi naman dito, which of the following gives you the ln absolute value of x plus 1 close absolute plus c? So, meron tayo binigay na value. Alam naman natin kapag logarithmic function, di ba, para makuha natin ito, so dapat 1 over x dx is equivalent to ln x plus c. Or in general form, this should be 1 over u du, which is equal to ln u plus c. So, kung titingnan natin ito, ibig sabihin, in this problem, u is equivalent to x plus 1. So, if u is equivalent to x plus 1, balik tayo dito sa ating general form. So, ito ay magiging 1 over x plus 1 dx. Kasi x na yung variable natin. So, this one is our answer. So, nasaan siya? Ito, letter D. Okay? Now, another approach is you find the values of these ones. Kaso medyo matagal. Let's say, for example, letter A. the integral of 1 over x dx, alam na natin yan, that is ln x plus c. That is for a function that yields to a logarithmic functions, or the integrals that yields to a logarithmic functions. For letter B naman, that is integral ng 1 over x minus 1 dx. So, pwede tayo ditong mag-let u. U substitution tayo. We have let u is equivalent to x minus 1, while du naman is equivalent to dx. Okay? Let me just correct this one. Okay. So, kapag pinasok natin, this will be integral of 1 over u times du, which will give us ln u plus c. Take note, may absolute value dapat ang ln kasi hindi pwedeng negative value ang ln, yung nakapaloob doon sa ln. So this one, since our u is x minus 1, ln x minus 1 plus c. So hindi rin yan. O for letter C, we have integral ng x plus 1 over x dx. Rewrite ko lang, x plus 1 over x dx. Okay. Is this correct? Yeah. So, ito medyo komplikado, kasi ang hirap mag-let u. So, try nating i-distribute yung denominator sa numerator, sa nasa taas. So, we have x over x dx plus the integral ng natitira 1 over x dx. Okay? So, ito yung equivalent niyan. Kasi pag nire-write mo yan, this can be rewritten as the integral ng x over x plus 1 over x. Since common denominator si x, pwede mong pagsamahin yung numerator. Okay? So, vice versa, kapag ka naman common yung denominator, pwede mo rin naman silang paghiwalayin sa bawat term ng ating numerator. Pero bawal nating gamitin yan pabaliktad naman sa numerator. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-apply sa numerator, sa denominator lang. Okay? Kapag ka common ang denominator, pwede natin siyang i-distribute sa numerator. Okay? So, in this case, we have integral of 1 dx. So, meron tayong constant rule. So, constant si 1 plus integral ng 1 over x dx. So, pag in-apply natin ito, this will become x plus yung 1 over x dx, kamukha nito. So, that would be ln absolute value of x plus c. So, hindi rin yan yung ating sagot. So, ayun yung sagot natin. So, ito. Kung mapapansin mo, similar lang din yan kay B, nagpalit lang ng sign convention or ng operation dito sa gitna. Alright, let's move on to our sixth problem. Problem number 6. We have here a polynomial na nakadivide naman sa x squared. So, marami ding nagkakaroon ng challenge dito. So, try natin ito. Okay. Again, since common yung denominator, pwede mo siyang biyak-biyakin doon sa ating mga numerator. It can be, it can be rewritten as, let me zoom in for a bit. Can be rewritten as x raised to 5 over x squared plus 4x cubed over x squared minus 5x over x squared. Actually, same effect ito ng synthetic division. Pareho lang ito ng magiging result. Okay? Or yung ating long division na tinatawag. Similar lang din naman ang epekto nito. So, mamaya bibigyan natin ng konting pasada yan. Now, pwede mo lang gamitin yung mga ganitong rule if kaya mong i-distribute. But if too complicated yung denominator, so medyo mahihirapan tayo. Pero may mga ibang technique. Patuturo natin mamaya. So, simplify natin ito. This becomes x raised to 5 over x squared. So, kapag power na nakadivide na ganito, magiging subtraction yung ating mga power. So, this will become x cubed. Ito naman, 4x cubed over x squared. So, this will become 4x. And then, ito, so, magiging 5 over x dx. Apply na natin. Since power rule lang naman itong dalawa, this will become x raised to 4 over 4 plus 4x squared over 2. Okay, again, yung ating power pupunta sa baba. Now, in this case, kung mapapansin natin, hindi applicable ang power rule. Take note, ang power rule at ang iba pang basic rule of integration ay hindi applicable when the value of x is negative 1 or the power of x is negative 1. Kaya nga, kapag nakaganito, di ba pwede natin itong i-rewrite as 5 raised to 5 multiplied by x raised to negative 1. So, hindi na applicable dito ang basic rules of integration. Kaya nga nagkaroon tayo ng natural logarithmic na kapag meron tayong 1 over x dx, ito ay nagiging ln absolute value of x. Since may constant tayo, pwede natin kopyahin yung constant palabas, tapos i-apply na natin ito. So, this will become ln absolute value of x plus c. Now, ngayon, pwede na natin tanggalin itong parenthesis since nakaka-abala lang siya. So, let's check our answer. So, we have x raised to 4 over 4 plus 4x squared over 2. We can further simplify this one. So, this become x4 over 4 plus 2x squared minus 5 ln absolute value of x plus c. Okay? So, saan yung ating sagot? We have for this one 1 over 4 x raised to 4 plus 2x squared minus 5 ln x plus c. Alright, so we got that correct. Let's next, puntahan natin si number 7. Okay, so let me just change this image. Palitan natin ito. Okay, kasi isasama na nating solvent si number 8. Okay, so solve ko muna si number 7. So for number 7, we have here the integral of 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x plus y. So pwede nating i-distribute yung operation natin na integral since ang operation natin ay addition and multiplication. Kapag addition and addition and subtraction. Kapag addition and subtraction yung ating operation, pwede nating i-distribute yung ating integral sa bawat part ng ating polynomial. Okay? So, for number 7, our problem is integral of 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 1 dx. Okay? So, simple lang naman. So, kahit hindi na natin i-distribute, direkta na lang natin. Pag in-integrate ko yung term na to, ilalabas ko muna si coefficient, tapos a-applyan ko ng power rule itong ating variable. This becomes x raised to 4 over 4 minus, again, ilabas ang coefficient. Okay? Apply power rule doon sa ating variable. Okay? Plus 3, labas coefficient, apply power rule. Okay? Plus, again, labas coefficient, 1 yung coefficient natin, apply power rule, magkakaroon ng x plus c. Simplify, always simplify our answer. X raised to 4 over 2 minus 5/3 ng x cubed plus 3/2 ng x squared plus x plus c. So, our answer is this one. X raised to 4 over 2 minus 5 over 3x cubed plus 3 over 2x squared plus x plus c. Now, for number 8, ang sabi naman niya dito, i-solve daw natin yung definite integral na to with lower limit of 6 and upper limit of 3. So, basically, magkakaroon na tayo ng limits. Okay? So, this one is our number 8. Pasensya na sa sulat, hindi kagandahan. So, ang ating lower limit, take note, hindi natin pwedeng pagbaliktarin si upper limit at si lower limit kasi mababago yung sign convention ng answer natin. So, this one, the lower limit is 6 while the upper limit is 3. So, possible yan na mas mataas ang lower limit kaysa kay upper limit. Okay, since alam naman na natin yung ating value or yung ating integral ng function na to or the antiderivative of this function, so we can now just substitute galing kay FTC, Fundamental Theorem of Calculus Part 2. Sabi niya, para daw makuha natin yung definite integral, pwede raw kunin muna natin yung indefinite integral like this one, and then i-substitute natin yung mga values and i-subtract natin. So actually, it can be rewritten also as the function of 3 minus the function of 6. When we say function of 3 and function of 6, kung ano man yung result ng ating integration dito, substitute natin ng 3 at ng 6 lahat ng variable. For example, when we're talking about function of 3, this becomes 3 raised to 4 over 2 minus 5 over 3 raised to 3 cube plus 3 over 2 3 squared plus 3. Wala ng plus c kasi meron na tayong limits. So simplifying this, 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27 times 3, that is 81 over 2 minus, cancel ko na yung isang 3, may dalawa na lang may iwan dito, this becomes 45 kasi 3 squared is 9 times 5, that is 45 plus, we have here 3 over 2 times 3 squared times 9. So we have here 27 over 2 plus 3. So gawin natin common yung ating denominator. Ilabas ko si 1/2 dito. This one is still 81. Since ito magkakaroon ng 1/2 siya, so dapat 45 yung kalalabasan kung minultiply ko sa 1/2. So 90. Para ang sagot, 90 times 1/2, 45. So ito 27 pa rin kasi may 1/2 naman talaga siya. Tapos ito 6. This becomes 1/2 ng 81 minus 90, that is negative 9. Then we have plus 27, that is 18, positive 18 plus 6, that is positive 24. And then this becomes 12, that is our f of 3. Now let's proceed with f of 6. Medyo madugo, ang laki ng value. So we have 6 raised to 4 over 2 minus 5/3 ng 6 cube plus 3/2 ng 6 squared plus 3. So with this, meron tayong 6 times 6, 36 times another 6, 36 times 6, we have here 6, 3, 18, 216 times another 6 pa ulit, we have here 36 times 3, 6, so 9, 1296. So we have here 1296 divided by 2 minus 5 over 3 ng 216 plus 3/2 ng 36 plus 3. So simplify natin ito. We have 1296, divide naman natin siya sa 2. So we have here 6, 12, 9, we have here 4, 8, 1, 6. So we have here 8. So 1296 divided by 2 is 648 minus yung 216 naman, i-divide natin sa 3, meron tayong 72 minus 5 times 72, that is 216. 21 divided by 3, 7, 6 divided by 3, 2. Okay, kasi perfect siya, so madali. Plus, we have here 3 times 18 plus 3. Uy, medyo madugo ito. So we have here 648 minus 72 times 5. Ang kalahati ng 72 ay 36. So this becomes 360. Tama ba? No, double check. 10, carry 1, 35, 36. Uy, perfect. Plus, this one becomes 54 plus 3. Okay. So, kung ito, pagsasama-samahin na natin, so we have here 648 minus 360, 54, and then 3. We have here, tanggalin ko muna yung 360 para hindi ako malito. We have here 12, 15, carry 1, 0, carry 1, 705, minus 360. We have here 5. Okay, 1, 4, 6, 3. 345. Carry 1. Double check natin. We have here 648. 60. Tama. We have 345. So, ngayon, to determine this function, so we have now f of 3. So, we can now get the f of 3 minus, let me move this para hindi madumi yung ating solution. Ayan. Resize ko. Ayan. So, we have here f of 3 minus f of 6. So, we have here 12 minus 345, and that is, so the integral of this function, let me just copy this one, copy, paste. So the integral now of this function is 345 minus 12, so that is negative 3, 3, 3. Okay? I hope my mathematics is correct. Baka meron akong basic math na na-skip dito. Oops. Wala doon ang sagot. Let me just check my mathematics. 6 raised to 4. It is either wala talaga dun yung sagot or may namali ako ng algebra. Oops, namatay. Okay. 6. Okay, so meron akong konting error in this part. This shouldn't be 3 but rather 6. So this becomes 348. So ngayon ko lang napansin, akala ko constant yun. So becomes 348. So let's see. Minus 12. This is negative 336. So this is our answer. Unfortunately, wala pa rin siya. Okay, so ito yung minor. Okay, wala pa rin siya, but the nearest one is negative. Is this one. Okay. So next problem tayo. Let's have problem number 9. So ito yung sinasabi ko na it seems very complicated kasi hindi ito kaya ng long division. So for example, try natin. Sige. We have here integral na 2x squared plus 3x over 2x plus 1 dx. Okay, so this is an indefinite integral. However, let's try long division to see if kaya pa natin itong i-simplify. Okay, sige. So we have 2x squared plus 3x. Okay, this one is 2x plus 1. So, pag naglo-long division tayo or synthetic division, ang tinitingnan lang natin ay yung mga first term. So, in this case, i-divide ko si 2x squared kay 2x. Ang matitira sa akin dyan ay x squared. Para lang sa ganun, pag i-multiply ko to, this becomes 2x squared plus x. So, again, pag sinubtract natin ito, this becomes 2x. Ito, 0 na. Okay, plus 2x. Okay? Ngayon, kung mapapansin mo, wala na tayong makukuha dyan. So, ang possible result natin, x plus 2x over 2x plus 1. However, meron pang isa pang another technique. So, from algebra, pwede tayong mag-add and subtract ng isang value na hindi natin naaapektuhan yung ating general or the original function. So, kung may 2x ako dito, magdagdag ako ng 1. Okay? tapos magbawas din ako ng 1, pero hindi ko idadagdag yung 1 na yon dito. Doon lang muna siya, no? Para ang maging resulta nito, 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1, so that is 1. So 2x plus 1. So the answer is, kapag sinubtract natin ito, this is now 0. Okay? So para pag sinimplify natin ito, so i-delete ko na to. When we simplify this original function, this becomes integral of 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 divided by 2x plus 1. Tapos ihihiwalay ko si negative 1 ng another term. Again, ang denominator pa rin niya 2x plus 1. Common pa rin sila dito. Okay? Ayan, no? Kasi 'di ba parang ang nangyari lang, ang ginawa lang ni Sir, hiniwalay ko yung term na to. Yung plus 1 nakasama, yung minus 1 nakahiwalay. So similar ito doon sa algebra sa concept ng completing the square. Magdadagdag tayo at magbabawas para makukuha natin yung kompletong square ng isang polynomial. Okay. So dito, let's move on. Pagka ito ay dinivide ko from our synthetic division, it can be written as x plus 1. Itong term na to, the first term, lagyan ko ng parenthesis in so that matandaan natin. So again, saan galing sa x plus 1? Nanggaling po yan dito. Okay? From our synthetic division. Minus 1 over 2x plus 1 dx. Okay? So, i-distribute ko yung operations para mas madali nating ma-assess itong complex na term, yung pangatlong term. So, we have integral ng x dx plus integral ngayon ng 1 dx minus integral ng 1 over 2x plus 1 dx. Okay, let's apply power rule dito. Integral of x dx, that should be x squared over 2. Dito naman, constant rule, may have 1. So, that is x raised to 1 lang. Okay? So, pwede kang actually constant or power kasi may x raised to 0 doon. Pwede naman yun. Pwedeng coefficient. Okay? So, minus. In this case, hindi natin siya basta-basta ma-analyze. So, ang gawin natin ngayon, ihiwalay natin itong isang term na to kasi medyo komplikado siya. I-analyze ko siya separately dito sa side. Okay? So, to analyze this one, we have here, magle-let you tayo. Kunin natin yung complex part. Hindi naman natin pwedeng i-let you si 1, di ba? So, they have here du is equal to 2 dx. Therefore, dx is equal to du over 2. So, ipasok natin ngayon, we have now integral of 1 over u times du over 2. Or in sa simplest form, or when we apply integration, labas ko si 1/2 integral of du over u, that is ln u plus c. Balik natin siya kay x, that would be ln absolute value 2x plus 1 plus c. So, ibalik natin dito. So, we have now negative 1/2 ln 2x plus 1 plus c. And this is our answer. X squared over 2 minus x, or sorry, plus x. This one, x squared over 2 plus x minus 1/2 ln. So, medyo may konting problem, ano? But, anyways, tama yung sagot natin. May problema yung ating choices. Okay? So, this one should be E. So, we have now yung isa, choose the nearest, and then we have one na letter E. And then, let's proceed with number 10. So, we have here solved integral of 3x squared plus 4 over x squared dx from 2 to 3. So, let's analyze this problem real quick. Okay? So, we have now integral. So, i-rewrite ko na tong x squared into power form kung saan nasa taas na yung ating variable. Para madali nating magamit yung power rule. So, i-apply natin yung ating definite integration on this one. Again, dito, power rule, ilalabas ko si coefficient. Apply power rule on the variable. We have now x cubed over 3 plus 4. Labas ko si 4. This becomes x. Negative 2 plus 1, that is negative 1 over negative 1 from 2 to 3. Medyo masagwan tingnan. So, ang pwede natin gawin, i-move ko to ng konti and then lagyan natin siya ng bracket or wag ng bracket, parenthesis na. Ayan. Simplify our indefinite integral, cancel ito. This becomes x cubed minus 4. Yung x raised to negative 1, that should be x. So, you might ask, pa saan nanggaling si x raised to negative 1? That is only, labas mo si 4, x raised to negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1 from our power rule. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Yung negative na yan, iaangat ko doon. So, we have here the negative sign from 2 to 3. We can use the similar approach kanina. Pwede natin kunin si f of 3 and si f of 2. But we can also use we can also solve this directly kasi simple lang naman, ano? So let's try. So we have here 3 cubed minus 4 over 3. Then isubtract naman natin yung may substitute na 2. So we have here 2 cubed minus 4 over 2. Let's simplify this. So we have here 81 So we have here 81 minus 4 thirds minus, this is 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 minus 2. Simplifying natin, we have here 81. This is 6, so minus 6 minus 4 thirds. So this becomes 81 minus 6, that is 75 minus 4 thirds. So i-divide natin all sides sa 4. Sorry. So divide natin both sides sa 3 para meron tayong common denominator. Let me check this. This should not be 81 but rather 27. So medyo careless at nagmamadali. So we have here 27. Pag ginawa ko tong common denominator, this becomes 81 minus 4. Okay? Sorry, meron pa palang minus 6 dito. So this is only 21 times 3. That should be 21 times 3, 63. I apologize at medyo niro-rush ni sir. So this becomes 59 over 3. Okay, so let's simplify 59 over 3 kasi ito na yung sagot natin. So the nearest multiple of 3 here is 30, 33, 30, then 33, 11, 36, 12, 39, 13, 42 is 14, 45 is 15, okay, 48 is 16, 51 is 17, 54 is 18, and 59 is 19. So, 57 is 19. So therefore, this should be 57 plus 2 over 3. And yung 2 over 3, that is 0.667. So our result should be 57 over 3 plus 2 over 3. So this should be 19.667. Okay? And the answer is this one, 19.66.